Hello and welcome to Tea Time, where we bring you the hottest entertainment stories. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and as usual, I'm here with Elsie Godwin and Ife Oshunkeye. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
What up?
So, Shatta Wale has said something new, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yes.
He has.
No artist has a vision like mine.
Nobody has a vision like any other person anyway. Your
I was
vision
going to
is
say
your
that.
vision.
I'm like, exactly. So
well, I'm
what
just
is he
reading
saying?
his whole rant and kind of threatening his social media people. If they don't align with him in some certain type of way, he's going to leave social media. Baba, safe journey if you want to leave. But off that though, I understand where he's coming from. I mean, I think we pay too much attention to unnecessary things on social media, and I think we've had this conversation before too, where we talked about how we need to use social media for better things and not just... sometimes they come out to tell you artists are not talking about what is happening in society. Influencers, I think influencers are the ones that get the heat on Twitter now. Any little thing, anything you talk about, they tell you, oh, they are not helping us promote the situation in the country. But when you put good content out there, nobody pays attention. They don't care. They don't want to see what you're talking about. But once you put something very mundane, something very unnecessary, something that has to do with people's personal life, that is what they're interested in. I'm wondering how exactly we are going to elevate ourselves from where we are now if we just want to keep paying attention to unnecessary things like Shatta Wale has said. So I'm suspecting this is the same thing that is going on in Ghana also, and that's why he's voicing out. So yes, I understand where he's coming from, aside the vision thing.
Because I was still going to say I don't understand how everyone else.
Yeah, it's a long. Not so long, but it's not just a one-line statement he made. He said so many things in the statement.
Yeah. All right, Oshunkeye. Oh, I shouldn't even call you Oshunkeye, should I? You know, considering that the other Ife,
the youth is young, is not here.
Me it's cool, man. It's my name. I own it. So,
no, but I can call you Ife now, considering she's not here.
Even when she's here, you can call me Ife. Just
no, but the two of you won't know which is
Ife
which.
Boy, Ife girl, Ife man, Ife woman, Ife lady, Ife gentleman.
No, how old is Lady Ife?
Lady Ife, Sa Ife.
Ah, sure.
Oh.
Please, Ife, make your point.
So basically, I get where Shatta Wale is coming from 100%, because it's more like the bad energy, the bad vibe. A lot of people, as celebrities, come on their pages to talk about, hey, Shatta, you don't see what Stonebwoy write about you, you know, this kind of things, and they are just directing your positive energy towards the negative. And he's saying, look, if you keep doing that, if you bring up something that is not relevant, that is not about Shatta, and it's not about the Shatta movement, don't bring it onto my page. You're going to get blocked. And I think this is what a lot of people should be doing, instead of throwback. The moment you troll me, I block you. You troll me, I block you. You troll me, I block you.
Because obviously you're not a follower or a fan.
Do you understand? So I think I understand where he's coming from 100%. And if you remember the unity concert between himself and Stonebwoy, he said Stonebwoy actually made an appeal that, look, bloggers, media people, please stop pitching us against each other. So I totally understand where this dude is coming from by saying, let's pay attention to more positive stuff than you trying to point fingers at one person or the other. So, and which is what is going on in the entertainment industry. Okay. But at the end of the day, if you're not advocating for anything positive and you're not affecting my life positively, block.
Block. I think that's the way to go. Block. All right, let's move on to our next story now. It's regarding Naira Marley, who says that he plans to help the defenseless people that he met in jail. You see, when I saw this headline, I was like, this is someone who couldn't actually help himself raise. He had difficulty raising 2 million, you know, for his bail.
He didn't have a problem raising 2 million. You're missing the point.
I think he did, but
no,
anyway.
he didn't, because what he did not meet up with was a level 10 public servant, which couldn't stand.
He was in there for like how long?
Yeah, if you have the he wasn't even supposed. Look, if you know the terms of bail, you would know that the 2 million naira is just a figure, but what he would pay is 10%, which is 200,000 naira.
So why didn't he pay it on time?
He paid it. He couldn't find a shorty.
Aside the shorty, remember we had this conversation also on Tea Time where we talked about someone from his management statement coming out to say that he had already met all requirements.
But the EFCC
were delaying in going to.
And all that,
they said they wanted to find out the address of his shorties to understand the delay.
Now that we've established that, let's
I think this is the. Can I say the only good thing I have seen coming out from Naira Marley?
I think you watched our last show.
Maybe for a very long time. And what he's talking about is not new. It's something most of us know. Like our prison is congested, and they're not filled with people that have been tried and convicted. They are filled with people that are waiting trial. I mean, there are so many people that are working with prison reforms to make sure this works, but sometimes the effect of the work they are doing is not felt. I mean, it's not even sometimes. Right now, it's not being felt because there are so many people that need representation. There's so many people that just picked on the road and threw them from counter to jail and blah, blah. So I get what he's coming from. You're saying okay a lot. Are we going on a break?
Yes, because I'm like, I want to get Ife to say something before we go on that break.
I think LC has coined it all by saying that, look, the legal system is not really functional in this part of the world unless you're a privileged person. And the fact that he was in jail and he had personal encounter with these people. I can remember we had a documentary on the show where we had to call someone in Kirikiri prison that was saying he hadn't even gone to trial, but they're charging him. On Plus TV Africa, and he was saying that, look, he hasn't even been tried, but he's convicted of murder, or he's been in jail for murder. He hasn't even been convicted, and he's been there for years. So this is something we all know, and I like the fact that, man, he's being the Kim Kardashian of Nigeria.
I was going to say that maybe he got inspiration from there too, regardless of the fact that he's also been in jail.
If he can beat his case and run with this, I think this would be a very good step.
It's a perfect
he could even set up his NGO
all the bad energy that has taken place in the past. What was I even going to say? We haven't got time. I wanted to talk about the two instances that he talked about, the two people that he met there, one serving 9 years and one that was not even tried initially. But we haven't got
both
time.
Both of them haven't been tried.
Yeah,
tried. Oh, there you go then. Even worse. Anyway, we need to move on. We need to go on that quick break. When we return, we'll be bringing you a completely different story. Stay here. Welcome back. This is Tea Time, where we bring you the biggest entertainment stories. Next up, our story is on Tiwa Savage, who threatens to call out companies that are owing her and says, "Pay me my millions." Okay, I think that's how they've the reporters have coined it, I think, but I think it was much more different than what she actually posted.
Is it different? What I'm looking at the part where she said, "Sanwo-Olu," like, is it part of those owing you? Like, is this subliminal?
Come on, man. You guys don't even.
Okay. Oh yeah. What do you think?
Better pay up. Is that not what
you better
Sanwo-Olu? Washa Sanwo-to gate.
Is there a song like that?
Oh, look at it. He's so in his elements, right?
Okay, I'm beginning to. I'm
joking. You don't know the Olamide new song? She took that out of
what if she's using it as subliminal too?
No, it's not anything subliminal.
Okay.
It's just something we've all been saying recently, like Toba Sanwo-Olu, Washa Sanwo-to-Gate. Like, I want to Sanwo-Olu. Like, when you get money, you be like, yeah, I want to Sanwo-Olu. When you get your salary, you be like, want to Sanwo-Olu.
So you get that vibe. I don't understand that vibe at all.
You don't get the vibe.
If you are owing Tiwa,
don't worry, you'll catch up to it.
Pay your money. She said her brand has helped your brand. And if there's an agreement, meet your side of the agreement. I think that's just reasonable. She's being fair now. Yeah. So they shouldn't wait until she starts mentioning their name if it's not Sanwo-Olu, right? Before they start paying. It's my own understanding now. Why are you angry?
I'm just telling you that.
Let us come to Ife's understanding. Maybe let's see if his understanding is different.
No, I'm just saying, no, basically LC has said, right, like, if you're owing her, and definitely she's a major brand influencer, if Tiwa Savage is influencing your brand, definitely it's going to go places. It's going to have a lot of reach. So if you're hiring her for that service and you're not paying her, then I think it's only right for her. Now I think it's even easier for you to just call out. I think courts even delays these days. Just go on social media, call them out, see, they will pay you.
And the problem in this, if it's not the way I'm looking at it, if it's just the companies and it's not political, then most
it's
times,
not political.
I said if now. Let me explain what I'm saying. Most times, it's not even the company that's owing you. It's the agency representing these companies. So if she goes as far as calling out this brand, then somebody will be losing their job, or somebody will be losing their contracts or retainers.
Yeah, and because they don't want to lose it, they will pay her.
So whoever is sitting on the money or sitting under the money, whatever, please don't let her get to that point, because it won't look good for you.
I think she's playing 50 Cent right now.
But, I got the impression that this is one particular company she's referring to, or do you guys think is plural?
Which one? Do you know the company?
No, I'm saying as opposed to
you think
many,
it's one? We don't know. We're not sure.
Tokumbo is trying to get at Maven.
No, and then one other thing that I noticed was the fact that what was it now? Your Maven's thing has made me.
Yeah, now making you think about it, like, oh, you may be right.
No. I was trying to make the point.
This is a chain of thoughts that can always poof. Please, whenever Tokumbo is talking, let him finish.
Exactly. His train is second. It's not bad.
Tokumbo. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, who else wants to say one or two things?
Pay her money.
Sorry, I've remembered now. The contract. Let me say it quickly before it gets off my head.
Okay.
She mentioned something about a contract as well. So it's like the company has been negligent in fulfilling the terms of that contract. It was like they signed. So I think she can even use that in court if they don't, aside calling them out.
Obviously,
Did you not see
I
something
believe someone like Tiwa
contract?
Savage, if she's involving with any company, even if it's a startup company,
something
she will
written
get a contract written and all that. So it's just a matter of, oh, you're my paddy, or we've worked together, oh, you've made some money from us already.
Oh, and they're very used to letting you know, we have other jobs coming.
Yeah, we have other.
Calm down. The Nigerian mentality of doing business.
And maybe they've even given you a job in the past that fetched you millions, and then they now think they can, come on, we go still work together now.
That's the way they put it. We go still work together. More is coming.
Okay, guys, let's move on to our next story now. It's regarding music band Megadeth Dave Mustaine, who has been diagnosed with throat cancer. The band actually had to cancel their 2019 shows. I think he said, one of the things that he said about this throat is that they've started treatment.
Yeah, 90% possibility that he's going to get
better, exactly, because you know how cancer is. So if it can get completely treated from this, that would be good. Yeah, I think
it was diagnosed at a very early stage, which is very good. I'm not a fan of rock, so I'm not even going to act like I know this band. Maybe I'm a fan of rock when it comes to Coldplay kind of rock. Then Three Doors Down kind of rock, but obviously not metal.
Rock. Because this guy actually used to be with Metallica, and I think he left them to set up
I think they even have a new genre of something metallic. I think they called it something. I can't remember. Something metal. There's something before the metal rock in their own band.
Yeah, they have a lot of
I think rusty metal.
Okay. All right, but I like the fact that his family, his friends and fans, and even the doctors, he said, have been very, very supportive. Yeah.
This is just affecting the business side of it, because they're supposed to be on tour.
Exactly, on tour.
And their album is also on the way. So I don't know how this is going to affect the album.
But I think he was saying that,
I
think he was saying something along the lines of him being very positive, and that, that he's hoping to get back onto all of their projects as soon as possible, and that it's probably not going to be too long now before that happens. Okay. So I think they're going to be back on the road sometime this year, if hopefully, exactly. And then with their other projects as well. Okay. Elsie? Okay.
I'm not going to pretend like you feel like I even understand any part of the metal or rusty or rock.
I
have friends that are big fans of rock. I have them a lot, and I know how energetic they get when they have to listen to this kind of music. So all I can say is to wish him speedy recovery, and I hope he beats cancer. I mean, beating cancer is a big deal. So we are.
So you like metal rock?
Okay.
I have friends who do.
Do you enjoy with them?
Okay. Okay.
I enjoy looking at how joyful they become. Like you don't just really, you don't just sit down. You don't just sit down. They don't sit down while listening to rock. You have to stand up and jump, and their head is going like this. And like wow.
White people.
So I enjoy their joy.
But there's some black people that enjoy rock too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we've got one more interesting story. It's on Bill Cosby, and we'll be telling you what that is right after the break. Welcome back. You're just in time for our last story on the morning edition of A Tea Time, and we're talking about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby has been lecturing prison inmates on good parenting and life lessons as well. Okay, so I think this is a good thing. I hear that he does like 4 lessons a week, and that up to like 100 people attend these meetings, and that he's getting a lot of support in prison as well. I hear that the earliest that he can leave prison is like 2021, September 25th, 2021. So I think this is all part of his ploy to put on a good behavior so that he can leave early.
We're on the same page.
Thank you. So now that we're on the same page, maybe you should say your own part and what you think before we come to LC.
I think, first of all, I see, like they say, every disappointment is a blessing, and this is a gift and a curse, because according to his representatives, they're saying that this is a type of audience he has always tried to reach out to, and is mixing his lectures with comedy. So he's not like he's setting aside who Bill Cosby is. You know, you got backlash for his Father's Day tweets or Instagram